What's going on, guys? aarava here, and welcome back to another episode of my Motorsport Manager Career Mode on the PC. Episode number 2 for Season 4. This will be today, and we've got upcoming the Chinese Grand Prix Beijing. Not a great time for us last time out, but we'll see how it goes this time. Now, the car repairs just finished, so we'll have a look at what we're working on, basically, for improving the parts and reliability-wise. So, just going to have a bit of a review here, seeing what we're actually improving. Rear wing, really fantastic, both 100%, so that's really good to see. But in terms of everything else, I'm just looking at the lowest kind of reliabilities we're kind of trying to improve. So, 59 there, so I do want to improve this one right here. So, can we take one of these? See, all these are under 60 apart from this gearbox. So I think we'll go for a few more days improving these parts, and then I want to pop on this brake to improve that, and then I'll have a look at what we're doing for the different performances of the parts, because our car is still technically the worst, well, not technically, is the worst car on the grid. Even though I feel like we have done some pretty substantial improvements, it's still not there. So I think we need to look at building some more parts here. I mean, we do have some money to burn at doing that, so I think that's something we can definitely look at. I think looking at everything, front wing might be something to look at. Suspension's quite a bit of the way down, but also if we review everything, we go to the calendar. If we just take a look through at all the races, suspension comes up once here at Japan, and then comes up again, second time Canada, and that's pretty much it. Only comes up twice. So really for me, personally, I don't know if you guys will disagree with me, but I just don't think that we don't need to focus on that, because it only comes twice up. Although something like the front wing and the gearbox might be worthwhile, because we've got front wings crucial here, front wing is crucial here, front wing crucial again. No front wing this time, but this time the gearbox and the braking, I should say, not the gearbox, the braking's crucial there. Braking and front wing, braking. We've got a rear wing, acceleration, gearbox for the first time, gearbox, front wing. Suspension, high-speed corner we've already got. Top speed, acceleration is useful, but for this one it's high-speed and top speed, which obviously I'm never going to look at the top speed because that's all spec parts, and high-speed you can see that we're pretty okay compared to the rest of the grid. You know, we're above average on the grid, so about 5th place. And the thing is, I think that's all we're sort of aiming for with this car right now, is just trying to get as close as we can to these lines of average on the grid, because last season we pretty much had every stat was quite low, but our drivers and our strategy was able to pull it back and get up into these good positions for the podium. So I think that's what we're looking at. So in everything, for me personally, it looks like I think the next step is to maybe go for another front wing, even though we just got a front wing, you know, last episode, but I think we can go one step further and get another new front wing, because if you look at this part here, the average part, because unfortunately the way the design parts work is you have to make the average part first, then the good, then the great, and so this average part that we've got has ended up actually being worse than an original part we have. So, and its potential, yes, it's a little bit higher, the potential's a little bit higher, but we can get a base stat of a front wing that might be a lot higher than 355. So I think that's something we need to do. Brakes as well. We need to design new brakes and potentially look into one other new gearbox, because this has a potential of 312, whereas the original we have has a potential of 339. So actually, why are we even improving this gearbox? We should be improving this one, because it has a higher potential already, and it's already higher than this one, 275. So we should be looking at that. So it's a few weird ways of working this. So in terms of designing new parts, I say we go for potentially, we've got brakes will take 5 days, front wing 7 days, gearbox 11. I say look at brakes and front wing potentially. So let's go for brakes because they're cheaper first of all. So deceleration plus 20. So we have to build an average part on brakes first, because we haven't built a new set of brakes yet in this season. So we'll build a part 550,000 for the set of brakes. So unfortunately we can't do anything more with that, so we have to wait for that. So we'll just continue on here. That'll get done right now, and actually this will give us a good chance to pause it then and look at the reliability of the car, of the parts we were improving. So we'll take a little bit of break on looking at the brakes for a sec. Let's look at this. So this is 62, 60. That's okay, I guess. That's okay. We do need to improve the reliability of this brake straight away. So let's take off this gearbox and put on this brake, and keep these 3 parts on, I think. Is there anything crucial that will need to improve? No, because obviously out of these 3 suspensions, even though we designed this new suspension, at the moment it's not better than these 2, and I just don't have the slots available to improve this suspension yet. It's got a potential of 280, which is pretty high compared to this one especially, 6 higher, but I just don't have the room here, because obviously we need a new factory for that, and a new factory costs like 15 million. We just don't have the funds for that at the moment, so we need to play it basically to what we have. We can't kind of, you know, we can't aim for something we're not. So we just have to do the best we can with the things we have. So I'm going to improve the reliability of the brakes, obviously, because we want to use this brand new brake set because it's better than the ones we've got at the moment. And now, actually, you know what? We fit the parts, so now we'll design the new front wing. That'll take 7 days. So let's look at this. Low speed 25 to max plus 15, risk level plus 1, but as I've said, or you guys have said, Nori, you guys have said in the comments of the last episode that risk level of plus 1's not too bad. And that also, it's a little bit of potluck, so maybe it's just worth taking that gamble of having risky parts. So, in terms of what else we should do, low speed corners plus 40 only during qualifying, or low speed corners plus 30 in general. I think I'll go for that one, and then we'll go for build time minus 1. And so that'll be 800,000. So that's pretty decent. That's pretty decent for a brand new front wing. So that'll take us to nearly a nice, neat 8 million there. So that'll take 8 days to do. What have we got here? Cruz. Oh no, what is this? It's emerged earlier this morning that Archer star Cruz has been a victim of burglary. They've taken his memorabilia and goods worth over 100,000. So that will decrease his morale a little bit. Okay, that'll last 7 weeks, unfortunately. That's a bit tricky. Unfortunate. Bad luck, Cruz. Bad luck. Let's look at the sponsors here. So, we've got Gustavo Cruz's Rosjet. Why did I say Risejet? Rosjet and Big Doe. All of these are pretty shocking, to be honest. 10th or above, 400k. And then these aren't even worth looking at. So I'm just going to leave those and let those expire, really. They're not really worthwhile, in my opinion. So we'll let those go. We've still got 5 and 2 races on these 2 going. So I'm happy with those, to be honest, at the moment. So we'll continue on and wait for what will be the new front wing to be built. Actually, midway through, while we're looking at that, I'm going to keep on looking at this. This is 65, you see. Don't need to have that anymore. 64, don't need that anymore. 61, I'll wait a little bit longer for that to go up. For these set of brakes, 59. This will be the next best, so I'll add that on for a little bit. In terms of the 2 front wings, I need to improve the reliability of those 2. I don't have enough room, god damn it. So I'll take this one off and I'll put both front wings on there, so that's fine. And then at some point we also need to work on the gearboxes, so I'll do that after the front wing's been built. So we'll continue on here for the front wing. Okay, front wing's been designed. We can fit that part, that's fine. So here is the new front wing, 411. Really big boost. So now we'll take the reliability off the 331, add this onto this new rear wing, new front wing, I should say, because we're not going to use this anymore. And we'll take the performance off that, add that on. Or actually, you know, that's actually quite high already, so I can afford to maybe improve something else, potentially. Let's look. Gearbox, potentially. We're already improving, actually, both gearboxes. So, suspension, yeah, let's look at that, maybe. Improve that. Reliability-wise, we might want to add that on later. If us improving this performance of this suspension part overtakes the 258, then we need to improve the reliability of this suspension part if we actually want to use it. So, fine balancing act, but this is on 61, so I'll wait one more day. One more day, literally one more day. We'll get this result out of the way. Okay, so now we'll take off the front wing and the brakes. They're looking okay at 61%. Now we'll add on the reliability of this. This is still 242, so not that much. Obviously, the entire time I've got it swung towards reliability and not much improvement. But that's because, you know, reliability at this stage of the season, of every stage of the season, has been the most important. So it's not really worthwhile at the moment, because it's no use our parts being amazing if they keep falling off the car. So we'll keep on for this one. What else am I looking at? 61%. It's alright, I guess. Engine's looking a little bit worn, so actually we might need to improve the reliability of those 2. So once that brake has got up a little bit more, I might want to take that off and add one of these engines. What are we looking at? I'm just trying to see anything else that we need to desperately improve, because I think around 60 is okay. Peace of mind is over 70% for reliability, but I feel like 60 is sort of, you can maybe get away with it with some good management and potentially doing one pit stop where you fix it. So we'll continue on a little bit. We need to travel to Beijing literally now, but what's this mail time we got? Cruise on party circuit. -1 fitness, -1 focus, but +10 marketability. Okay then. And then what the hell? Okay. Cruise is a man of many different things. He really is like a fake Hamilton in the making. +10 marketability for modeling tryouts. Okay then. Okay, I'll ignore that and move on. Going back to the car, let's look at this now. 54%, 44. That's only improved by 81. That's not that much. So let's actually remove that. Might not be worthwhile trying that right now. So let's improve the reliability of the gearbox. That one's a little bit low, 62%. These are still very low at 44. So you know what? Let's take that off. Let's take that off. Let's focus it all on these two, just for the last literally 2 days there. So what's that done? 2 days later, has that improved it any amount? 49, 49. Still quite iffy there. Still very quite iffy there. So we're going to have to work this out in terms of the parts we're taking. But anyway, in terms of the sponsor select, third or above, really the clever thing to do. In terms of the fit parts, now let's take a look. So we need to work out what performance to reliability factors we're taking here. So the brakes. This is such an improvement over these brakes, so I do want to take these here. So let's give these to Cruz, because he wants the better performance, so we'll give it to him. 312 for Balcazar. Engines, obviously, they're the same performance. In terms of reliability, we'll give Cruz the better reliable part. In terms of the front wings now, it is worth giving Cruz this one. Let's give Balcazar the better front wing, but it probably is going to fail in the race. I can probably guarantee you we're going to have to make an extra pit stop for this front wing. So I'll give that to Balcazar, and that's basically her second driver job there. Cruz is still angry, though, so it's hard to make him satisfied because of that first driver contract. But the thing is, he's not better than Balcazar now. Balcazar is better than him, so I really can't afford to give him the best parts, because otherwise I'll just be hindering her. But in terms of the gearbox, 62, 61, pretty much equal in terms of that performance. That's fine. We'll give Cruz the better gearbox there then, though. So he's still not any happier, so that's fine. I'm just not gonna. You can't make him happy. We'll give him the better rear wing. Is that going to make him any happier? Yes, it will, sort of. And suspension, 2, 4, 3. Yeah, see, this is still not good enough, so we'll just stick with our original parts for now. So it looks like we've got some heavy rain coming up for practice, clear qualifying, and then in the rain, I was going to say in the rain it's going to start racing. In the race, it's going to start raining. So we'll do some practice on, hopefully, either the inters or wets, I'm not too sure, and then maybe some dry tyre riding as well. But we'll remember to last season. It was a shocking race for us. I'm hoping we can have a better one this time, fingers crossed. Fuel burn low, tyre wear medium. Let's see what we can do. I'll fill you guys in at the end of practice and quietly get on with that. Right, just going to put this in here because I thought it'd be maybe worthwhile noting. Right now it's dry in the session. Doesn't look like there's going to be any water on track for most of the session. So really we're actually going to get a lot of dry running done here. So kind of the usual thing, putting them both out on the super softs. And just trying to get the race trim up and also the tyre level up on the super soft tyres. If the rain comes eventually, hopefully we can get at least one level on whatever tyre it is. But also at the same time, the pattern's really been, even if it is raining in the race, there's also going to be some sort of dry period in the race. So it's always been worthwhile just to still have the level on the dry tyre and use that as the perk during the race. And I've never really used the perk of the wetter tyre in the race, because the stint's never long enough really to be worthwhile. But just a little question I wanted to pose to you guys, because right now we've still been doing basically the same thing. We've been doing super softs, or basically the softer tyre, whatever it will be it the super soft, the soft, the ultra soft, or whatever, and we've been going like that. But I just want to pose a question. Should we start thinking about maybe trying some different things out, maybe trying the harder compound at that weekend? Because generally it's been the case, it's all just about keep on going it fast, keep the fuel the same amount as the tire stint, and basically just going as fast as we can basically every single time, and not trying to slow ourselves down, because it appears, at least in this tier, obviously it might be different once you get up to F1, and it was different in GP3, but in this tier it just seems like trying to go conservative on anything just doesn't work out. But I'm just constantly thinking now, is it worthwhile? I don't know. Trying the prime tyre out, maybe. Trying to get a bit of performance on that. I'm not too sure. For this race, we'll continue on the way we've been going, because last season, you got to admit, it was quite successful. We had such a shit car, And we got second place in the Constructors by doing what we've been doing, going very, very aggressive every single stint, flat out pretty much, and it worked. But going to this second season, trying to build on what we did last season, I'll just pose a question to you guys. Let me know what you think from your experiences, maybe, because I know a lot of you guys who do watch also play yourself, obviously, and probably play a lot more than me, actually. Because you guys are not recording it while you race, so you can just play it quietly and just kind of completely binge play it. So let me know if what you found out in GP3 in terms of, is it ever worth to go on the prime tires? For me personally, from what I've seen so far, doesn't look like it. And also, right on cue, the rain's come down. So yeah, I'll get on with some wet running. And yeah. Right, with 20 seconds left to go, we'll just tick over and we will get level 1 on intermediates. We'll get level 3 in race trim. Level 2 in the Super Softs, and practice has ended now. And in terms of setups, I think they're okay. While I was talking to you guys in the first part of practice, I sort of got carried away with talking to you guys, and I forgot to keep on bringing them in to change the setup. But it's still fine. I managed to bring them in about 4 times there in between once I stopped talking to you guys at the very beginning. And I think the setups are okay around the kind of 95 region, I think. We'll have a last look just before qualifying, but that was a tiny little mistake in terms of I got carried away with discussing the whole prime tire thing. But we're looking good. We've got that 1 level potentially to use in the race, but as I mentioned, we haven't used it so far. But 14th, 18th, I've never really cared too much about the practice result. I don't think you guys have either. I don't think it really means too much. But anyway, here we are, sunny qualifying. Obviously, 650,000 if we get 3rd or above. We'll take qualifying, and we'll see how it goes, and we'll try and get ourselves up the grid. But let's have a look here. So, none of these are very, well, aren't useful for qualifying, so we're pretty much stuck with having to go with these 2. That's something that I hope they change around, because I feel like it's such a wasted thing when you just have to, you have to pick one of these knowledge things. I would maybe like a system where if I don't choose this intermediate thing right now and I just choose 1 perk, potentially you get that, like the GMA vote, you get that +1 perk added to the race, so you can have 3 perks in the race. I think that could be quite a good idea. If you guys agree with me, let me know, and maybe we could like tweet it to the developers or something, or like maybe put it in the forums, because I think that would be quite a nice idea, just to make it a bit more, I don't know, flexible, a bit more dynamic, because it just feels like I'm forced to basically waste a perk just because there wasn't enough time in practice. But as you can see, all two excellents and great. Cruz only 2 greats and excellents, so I'll have a look at his strategy and see what is he on. 95, it's alright, it's alright. Probably maybe tiny tweak the downforce, bring that down just a smidgen there, and maybe bring this down a smidgen there. Let's kind of try and tweak this a little bit. Oh god, this is not going to work out quite well, is it? I think that adjustment might just tick these over to excellent, just a tiny, tiny bit, so we'll have to see about that, though. We'll go on to the Super Softs, obviously, to start things off. Balcazar doesn't need any setup change. 98%, pretty damn good, so Super Softs for her. We will take qualifying, and we'll get into this. All right, here we go. We'll send her out straight away. Super Soft tyres, get going. And I'll wait a little bit. I'll try and get her lap correct, then we'll send Cruz out. Right, she started her lap. That means I'm going to send Cruz out now, and we'll try and get a bit of a counter gap here. Basically, as people start their laps, maybe Cruz can hold them up a little bit while he's doing his out lap, and also you can just try and get a bit of space here. We actually might get a little bit of space here between these cars, so let's try and chill out here just a little bit, because once these cars behind us finish their lap times, obviously they'll be going quite slowly on the in-lap, so this could work out quite well. Let's just try and play this correctly here. A little bit optimum. Try and get the gap even more. Right, now really push there. We'll come through the final corner. Be cold, unfortunately, but at least Cruz might get some clean air here. So I'm just going to follow him through. For now, you can see there's a nice bit of gap here. Look at this nice space. So hopefully he can put in a lap time and be pretty decent. And we'll have enough time, hopefully, to send him out for another one. We definitely will send out Balcazar for another one, because she definitely got held up on a lap, because she's down in 14th or 16th now. So definitely to bring her in. But, oh, Cruz got held up a little bit there. There was a really slow car, and there's 2 so... Oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck off. Really? 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 Nice guy. Honestly, I get so annoyed at that. That's the one thing that I honestly think that really does need to get changed. That's so annoying. When does that actually ever happen in Royal FF1? There's never actually that much of a hold-up by 5 seconds on an outlap. Yeah, you get held up by maybe a 10th here in real-life motorsport. Not 5 seconds or like 2 seconds, a good chunk like that. Literally, Cruz had to brake check himself on that lap. Anyway, that's enough of that. I'm getting angry at that. Let's send out Balcazar. Looks like she's got some nice clean air here. So we can, yeah, we've got so much clean air here now. So let's actually focus on getting this in the zone here this time, shall we? Okay, we've got good and perfect for Balcazar. We're going to come down the pit lane. Ooh, please don't hold her up. And we'll send out Cruz. I think Cruz will just make it out in time. I'm not too sure. This is going to be very, very close. Very, very close for Cruz to come out in time. Okay. Oh, my God. Balcazar's in 14th. She did an in-lap. She didn't even set a lap time because she thought her lap was too bad to set a time. So she's into the pits. Brilliant. And Cruz does not improve by that much. He's going to come across the line. What's it going to be? Please, come on. Wow. Just wow. That's so shit. Well, great. Wow. Literally, I have a bad feeling this might literally be a repeat of last season at China. It looks like this might just be a bogey circuit for I don't even know. That was shite. That was so bad. And Balcazar didn't even finish her lap time because she thought it was bad enough. She decided to come in. Like, how was that meant to work as well? She should continue on and finish the lap at least. That's just so annoying. I hate qualifying on it. I really do despise it in this game. That is actually really, really annoying. It's such a poor system, in my opinion, that they get held up by literal seconds on outlaps. And then you can't concentrate enough on actually getting them a nice tyre heat up and brake heat up. Right. So we're going to have to try something different now because we're so back behind the grid. And the rain, it will come at the end because you can see just about faintly around lap 6, the rain will be coming. So let's set on race trim. We will set on the super softs, I guess, because later on in the race we'll use the super softs, I'm guessing. But I don't know. Race trim. Should we try light-footed intermediates this time round? Should we just try it and give it a go? No, I'll just put on the super softs. I think that's too much to worry about. Okay, now in terms of the fuel and the tyre choice, I'm going to start on the prime tyres. We're right at the back. We may as well. So the primes will go 15 to 17 laps. So we'll go for 17 laps of fuel. And for the Cruz, again, prime tyres as well, 17 laps of fuel. We have to play this very, very differently. So, ironically, all that talk about going on the primes in practice, I'm going to have to go on the primes right now and try something a little bit different because the super soft strategy is just not going to work from the back. Right, here we go to 5 red lights for the Chinese Grand Prix. And I'm starting to hate the Chinese Grand Prix as much as I do on the Codemasters games. On this game, to be honest, but we're off and we're underway. Balcazar 17th, Cruz maybe drops down to 18th here. Once they heat up their tyres sufficiently to a good temperature, we'll drop them down to neutral here. Let's speed this up and see how they're doing this first stint. Obviously, we're going to be pretty slow, and a lot of people on the grid have chosen the super soft option. Cruz up into 16th, Balcazar down to 19th, so surprisingly, Cruz is the one that's jumped up the order a little bit. Once they get in a good tyre temperature window, I'll drop them down to neutral on both them. And then we'll keep it there and basically go to the intermediate periods and try and jump some top cars. But at the moment, we are running last and second last. So, great. Great. I love this circuit. Great. Great one. Neutral. Neutral. Ah, bloody hell. Right, sit rep at the moment. Balcazar got a move on. She's up into 15th place. Cruz up into 16th. In terms of the tyre wear, Cruz, even though I set him onto neutral the same time as Balcazar, he's somehow taken out like more than 10% out of his tyres. So he just absolutely bottle jobbed it like Rosberg would. So, yeah, that's great. So both of them running 15th, 16th. Just trying to go quite long. We'll go to the intermediate periods. These guys hopefully will make all pit stops from their super soft tyres, so hopefully we can get ahead of a few of them. And that's basically the strategy. We're going to try and go to that lap 8, lap 9 period and try and go straight onto the inters. Well, that was great. On lap 6, these 3 guys have made their pit stops. Clark, Smith, Larson, Mclaren. I don't even know if I said that right. I probably didn't. But they all made their pit stops and came out ahead of us. So that's very disheartening, actually. That's very disheartening. So this is going to plan. I mean, there wasn't a plan anyway, but, you know. Great one. Love this circuit. Did I mention I love this circuit? I really do love this circuit. It's a great one. It's great in the Codemasters games, and it's great on this game. It really is. Why is the Chinese Grand Prix so shite? In every sense. In real life, it's rubbish. In the game, it's rubbish. Okay, on F1 2016, it's all right. It's all right. But on the other Codemasters games, it's pretty shocking. And in this game, it appears to be the same way. Because what are we doing here? Honestly, what are we doing? We're in 10th and 11th, trying to make something work. It's just not working. Okay, will it be Inters right now? I think it might. Yeah, Balcazar does think so. So we'll go into Inters. We'll fill her up for, I don't know how many laps should we fill up for. 10, at least 10, I would say. At least 10 laps. So we've got 8.4. So it'll be quite a fast pit stop, actually. 11.46, potentially. Yeah, just a 2-second pit stop there. Park conditions are looking okay for now. We'll go for a fast pit stop. That'll be a 3-second pit stop first. That'll be pretty dandy. Cruz, we'll pit in. Inters. Again, we'll pit in and put in about, 2-second pit stop. Park condition looking even better for him, actually. So we'll go for that. Right, so Cruz is out in 12th. Balcazar's out in 8th place at the moment, so looking very good. We're going to keep it on neutral at the moment. Actually, no, we'll go pushing a little bit to get their tyre temps up, just a tad. We'll go on medium on the fuel, though, because we want to make sure this fuel lasts that amount. But once their tyre temps are up on Inters, we'll get going. Oh, no, look at this. Okay, feeling a lot better about this now. Balcazar's in 2nd after that strategy, so that's worked out quite well there. Right, 24 laps remaining. Let's have a look at this update here. So it looks like the rain might start to go down in what will be 7 laps time. And it looks like potentially it could be dries by lap 18, 19 maybe. I think 19 to be on the safe side. So we can go the distance there. Okay, the tyre temps are getting into a pretty good region. So we'll put that on neutral for now. We'll see. Let's have a look at this. Where's Balcazar? Ooh, 3rd place is actually quite close to her. So actually we might need to keep on pushing with her, just to make sure she stays ahead. Where is Cruz? Cruz is just here, just going about his business with a gap in front. So we'll keep on neutral, because he'll just try and close up to the cars ahead of him. Whereas Balcazar, we do need to probably keep on pushing a little bit, just to keep ahead of 3rd place, who's got an issue, looks like. So potentially she can keep this ahead, which would be pretty damn good. Okay, tyre temps are getting into that kind of bit too hot region, so we'll put that on neutral now. Meanwhile, with Cruz, though, his tyre temps are looking okay. He's now being hounded by 11th, so we'll tell him to push now. What is everyone fuel-wise? Everyone's pretty much the same as us, neutral fuel, apart from P1 Gonzalez, the fake Perez. He's on overtake mode on the engine, so he's really pushing it. But so far, so good. Still keeping 2nd place at the moment. Keeping it honest, though. We are being kept honest by 3rd. But it looks like the tyre temps are starting to drop down a little bit more, so maybe we can do a little bit more pushing now on the Inters once more. With Cruz, tyre temps getting back up, so we'll put on to neutral now. We'll keep on kind of basically flip-flopping like that, and trying to just manage it as best we can. Alright, Cruz up into 9th place, so I'm not too sure if he actually overtook him or he had an issue. No, it looks like he did overtake him. Okay, so pretty well done. Nice one, Cruz. Nice one. I'll give you that one, son. Temps getting a little bit high on Balcazar. Getting a little bit high in Cruz. So I think we'll put on the neutral and just trust that he can maybe pull away from 10th. But I'm not liking that. 10th is actually keeping up with him quite well. What's the lap times like? 133s to 133.6. Yeah, Cruz is going about 10 slower than him. But in terms of the tyre wear, 55%, 53%, with about maybe 5 laps to go till the dries. Yeah, 5 laps, 4 laps maybe if we push it. So that's looking pretty decent at the moment. So basically now we need to try and judge, like we did last time, judge correctly when to go onto the dry tyres, because we're looking good. It looks like we've turned this around somewhat, but knock on wood, and I don't want to jinx it quite yet. Right, we've got some people coming to the dry tyres, so I think it might be time to come in for the pit stop here. We've got one person in. Gonzalez is in there in the background, in the back of my eye. There he is, into the pits. So we're going to come in. Oh, it's she, I should say. I keep getting that. You can't tell by surnames if they're a man or a woman. Anyway, back to Balcazar. So, pit, go on to a set of... What are they going on to? Well, this person went on to softs. Can I tell what Gonzalez is going on to? How about if we just fast forward this a little bit more? He's on to super softs. Should I follow him on to super softs? I think we should. I think we should follow him on to super softs. So we're going to come in now. Super softs. Fuel options. Oh, we need to fix this. We do need to fix that. Okay, so we'll fix that. I'll add 4 seconds on. In terms of fuel, super softs will only go 11 to 13 laps. So we'll fuel up for 11.8. So we can potentially use a tiny bit of rich mix, potentially, but not too much. Okay, we'll pit in it for her. Meanwhile, Cruz, we're not going to double stack because they've got such a big gap. Super soft for him. Although, actually, should we try something different with him? Because he's so down the order. We could try something different with him. We could try something different. We've got 18 laps. So how many laps have we got left? We've got 2 till 20, 14, 16 laps left in this Grand Prix. Softs will just about go that distance, but that's a bit of a stretch. But should we risk it? Or should we risk it? What's the gaps like with Cruz? 11 seconds. 1, 5. See, these guys might hold each other up. So actually, it might be worth pushing with Cruz as well on the Super Softs. Because if they're holding each other up, just like the Codemasters games, if AI get held up with each other, we can gain on them quite a bit. So let's go for... we'll go for 10.66 and we'll push the fuel and the tyres a little bit harder with Cruz. We need to fix that front wing. Everything else is looking okay though. Although, look at this, the engine's a little bit worn. So we might not be able to actually push too much with Cruz. So that'll be something to think about. But anyway, here we go. Into the pits with Balcazar. Please, please, please. Let's make this a good one. Yeah, there we go. Nice, good pit stop there. She's out onto the Super Softs. We'll push on a little bit on the tyres. Same for Balcazar. Same for Cruz, I should say, sorry. And she'll get back up into second place. Looking very nice, looking very nice. So as soon as those tyre temps start to shoot up, we'll go down to neutral. We're getting hounded for third by McLeod. See, the thing is, this is where it looks like China. China really exposes how poor our car is. And so I think McLeod, I think it's inevitable she'll overtake Balcazar, but we'll keep an eye on it. But we'll go down to neutral now for Cruz. Actually conserve these a little bit. Let's go high on the fuel, though, to counteract that. We'll go neutral on the fuel here. Neutral on the fuel there. He's conserved it enough there, so we'll go back down to neutral. Right. Let's keep it like this now. Neutral, neutral. Keep it nice halfway and see how they go. Right, Cruz up into 7th because this guy has had an issue. He's pit very early from his set of super soft, so I think he might have had an issue with his car. Let's look at the condition. Okay, see, Balcazar on the next pit stop might need to make a change for gearboxes. Let's slow this down while I look at this stuff. So she might need to look at a gearbox change. Potentially brakes as well. Engine's looking okay for now, though. And with Cruz, let's drop that down to medium. He might need to check... Wait, what? What do you say? Okay. He might need to look at the engine. Maybe. And both these things. He needs to maybe look at a lot of things, potentially, in life. Maybe even his own life. Because remember, he had a lot of stuff changed to him. He's got a lot of things going on in his life. Is Cruz really... We're getting away from the subject. He needs to manage many things in his life. Anyway, 11 laps to go. We've got 7 laps of fuel. Pretty good tyre wear. I think now we can join everyone else. While they're saving their tyres, we can push these tyres. I say we really push it on everything. And we start just gunning for it a little bit. Alright, so last lap, Balcazar went about 2 seconds. Maybe less than 2 seconds faster. Then McLeod in 3rd, so looking okay for now. Okay, we'll continue on with Balcazar for one more lap. 9 laps remaining, but Cruz has been complaining about his parts now, so it might be worth to come in for him. Yeah, his parts are very, very bad. Right. So, first and foremost, we need to fix many things. Okay. Engine we could deal with. I think engine will be alright. But suspension we need to fix. That's 8.5. That's 16. That's such a big thing to fix. I think we might have to struggle on. To be honest, and just keep it going. So, how about instead we go minimum fuel 8.22, and we go on to a set of soft tyres and really push the softs. But the super softs give us better performance, so we have to go for that. This is so tricky, because see, none of these are crucial enough right now for us to desperately fix, and we could just nurse them to the end of the race. So I think that's what we should do. I think that's what we have to do. See, that's 8.8, and that's going to lose in one position on track. Now, we'll keep it as it is. But we're going to have to manage that. We can't really push him, so we need to go very crucial on the fuel and not really need to burn fuel and push the car to the limits there on his car. But he's into the pits then. Balcazar will continue on. Let's just slow this down while he's in the pits here. He'll come out now. And basically, we have to keep it on neutral in the engine mode. But he can push the tyres. But we really can't push the car anymore, otherwise his car will just basically fall apart here. So, yeah, just keep it going. I'll let him push for this one lap here. But okay, pause it here. Does Balcazar come in this lap? What's Gonzalez doing? I think Gonzalez just pit just this lap. Yeah, he's come onto the soft tires. Surprisingly enough, should we follow him and do the same thing? Should we come onto the soft tires as well, or should we continue on? What's the pace been like? 129.4, 129.4, 130, 128. Has she got any pace left in the tank? She was plus 0.4, so I don't think she has any pace left in the tank. So, do we follow Gonzalez and go for soft tires, or we just keep with our heart and go on the super softs? I think we keep with our heart. So, 3 laps, 7 laps of fuel needed. 7.33, just about there. Now, do we need to fix any of this? I think we can manage. I think we can just about manage with all that till the end. So, fast pit stop there for Balcazar. Also, at the same time, not pushing her too much. Go down to medium now for Cruz and hope that he just gets a bit of an undercut on some cars, really, to be honest. Balcazar's out the pits. I'll let her push on a little bit, use a little bit of high mixture just as she comes out the pits, but then we'll drop her back down to medium. Cruz back up into 8th place at the moment. We'll drop that down back to medium. He's got excess fuel, but we can't... I think we can afford to burn a bit of fuel. Yeah, I'm agree with you, buddy. Cruz is really, really not liking the parts, and he might struggle towards the end. And really, we could have gone even more lenient on, even more strict with the fuel there, because he's got excess fuel now. Meanwhile, Balcazar does not, but she's in 2nd place at the moment on target. But she's getting chased down here, but she's on super softs. That should be faster with better performance. She does go faster that lap, 128.7, but the McLeod is going... Ooh, actually, no, McLeod only went 133. Okay, we're looking okay, we're looking okay. More worried about Cruz now, more worried about him. He's in the points just about, with 4 laps remaining, but it's his car. His car's on the teetering edge of it, if it's going to go the distance, really. We have to... I can't take it off medium. Even though, annoying as it is, he's got excess fuel of about 1 lap excess fuel. I just can't afford to do that until maybe the final lap and just do one last push. Okay. Oh, Balcazar's got gearbox issues. Gearbox is going to take too long, though. Gearbox is going to take way too long. We can't. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Please, dear gods. Dear racing gods. Oh, he's got gearbox issues as well. Oh, for fuck's sake. Please. Please. I pray to the racing gods. Please let this keep on going. Keep on going. Please. Please. Oh, no. We're losing time hand over fist here now. Oh, no. Please, please, please. It's still on 17%. I'm just waiting for it to jump down to something really low. Please. Keep it going. Final lap of the Grand Prix. Once we get through these final 2 corners, and then we've got just this last lap. Come on, Balcazar. Come on, girl. You can do it. You're in 2nd still. The guy behind's got issues. McLeod. Come on. We can keep it. We can keep it. Come on, girl. Come on. My heart is actually pounding. I am getting very, very nervous about some pixels on the screen right now. Oh, come on. Please, keep it going. Keep it going. Come on. Keep it going. Nice. Come on. 1 corner. Another corner. Just 1 more corner to go. And keep it in 2nd place. She will. Comes across the line. 2nd place. Get in there, girl. Nice stuff. And Cruz. Oh, so close to 5th, actually. So close to 5th. But he'll come across the line to at least get 1 point there. Thank the lucky stars. Thank the lucky stars. That was some close, heart-wrenching management there. But we've just about got it there. Wow. What a nerve-wracking Chinese Grand Prix that was. Scrutineering, risk of rule break medium. Please, please do not. Please do not. Yep, no rules broken. Thank you very much. There we go. So we get 6 and 1 point there with those 2. We get a 2nd place trophy. Not too bad. I have a feeling this season, unfortunately, I thought I could try and win this championship this season, but it looks like Valan is just still too good. Like, whoever comes down from F1 is just far too good for us right now. But we keep in 2nd and 5th. And the Constructors, we're still 2nd. And we've got a pretty healthy gap at the moment to E-Spirit. But that was a very heart-pounding one. And my heart's actually still going a little bit, because that was so nerve-wracking to get it to 17%. Because the thing is, I think it can jump from 17 to 12, like, in an instant. So that was the instant fear there that was going to happen. But, oh, look at that. Lovely. Lovely. 713,000. So immediately, once we get past this, saving the game, thank you very much. Okay, straight away, we got an interview. Oh no, check out the car. Okay, we'll quickly repair the car here. And I want to immediately put on gearbox, improve reliability of these 2 gearbox parts. That's the major thing we need to improve there. And we need to put it all the way to there. Because right now, performance is the last thing on my mind, to be honest. Reliability is key here. But anyway, guys, I'm actually going to end it there now. 1 race for this episode, unfortunately, guys. I know that's going to be a little bit upsetting to some of you. But essentially, I'm going on a small trip next week on Tuesday. And so I'll be away from home on the entirety of Tuesday and half the day on Wednesday. So I need to kind of stretch the next 2 episodes out of this series to basically have enough content for you guys. And also, if you did realize, I started to take that race a bit slower. I was just thinking about it a bit more. And also just generally, I just calmed it down a little bit. Because my fear with this series always is I don't want to talk too slowly. I don't want to go too slowly when I'm going through the race. Because then I feel like it's dragging on a bit too much, right? I always have in the back of my mind. It's an issue that, you know, video makers will have. If you make videos yourself, you might know. It's that fear of you're maybe starting to get a little bit boring if you're going too slow and there's not enough high speed intensity in the video. But at the same time, also, it seems like generally the people who are watching these videos, you guys kind of don't mind it taking a little bit slower. So I tried something different with that China video. I took it a little bit slow in the race, and maybe you guys like that. So let me know in the comments below. But the main reason is because I'm trying to stretch the content out a little bit, just for this next 3 days, because I'm going to be away on Tuesday, basically. So Doha will be the next episode on Tuesday. Obviously, my driver is on a Monday always, and there's never a video conflicting my driver ever. So that will be the next episode on Tuesday, guys. So I hope you don't mind too much, but I need to stretch that out. Otherwise, I will be very, very stuck for content because I'm literally out of my house the entire Tuesday. So I need to stretch it out a little bit. But I'll be able to let you guys know what that trip is about on Tuesday, actually, a little bit later on, because it's actually YouTube related. So I'll let you guys know about that, but I'll tease you a little bit. But if you did enjoy the episode, smash the like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you're new around here, then do subscribe for weekly form content. I've been aarava. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the day, and I'll see you guys next time.